Back to do another video. I started this video and kind of got interrupted. Um, I want to clear up some stuff, and I don't know what I did with my lighter, but we'll figure it out. I'll find it somewhere around here. So I want to clear some stuff up, and just so there's no misunderstandings or anything like that. Uh, you know what? Better yet, let's get this started right here. We're gonna ring this singing bowl. If you have any earpods, earbuds, or anything like that, if you're on a PC, I must warn you, I do have a microphone, um, but I have another one, but I'm gonna do. I have one stationary microphone and I have one microphone for my phone. Um, so I'm not sure exactly how loud it is, but if you have earbuds, earpods, if you're on a PC, whatever you may be on, you might want to turn it down. I'm going to ring this singing bowl and we're going to get started. Here we go. Hopefully, that wasn't too loud for you. The first time I started, I got interrupted with a phone call. So, um, unfortunately, that does happen. Um, but it's going to be an exciting one today, an exciting topic today. And some things I want to clear up just so there's no misunderstandings or anything like that. So, you know, people don't get it mixed up or screwed on what I'm trying to say. So, um, to my message, where did it go? Right here. Okay, so I'm gonna burn some Palo Santo to clear, bring some good ambiance in the room, just clear for energy for my phone by ringing the singing bowl. So now I'm gonna burn Palo Santo to remove any residual energy within the room that should not be. So I thank you guys for, commenting. Feedback is everything. I'm glad that there are people that are out there that are on the same page and wavelength that I am on and anyone else is on. We are all here to learn. We are all here to teach. There is no there is no followers here. There's leaders. So just so you know, there's no followers here. There's all leaders. I want to say that I'm not. This is not a channel for Bible, but however, I have done my studying in the Bible, and I have been given discernment in the Bible about the Bible. So there are some truths and there are some questionable things. So, but this is not the channel for that. This is a spiritual channel. This is a channel of enlightenment and directional, giving you direction, giving you guidance, and being there as an ear to listen. Because healing is not just only um, Reiki and all these other different modalities, but there's also a voice, an ear, a shoulder to cry on, a shoulder to someone to talk to, someone to speak to. You know, this is healing. Interacting with each other. Because this is a new age, new millennium. This is a new time. And when I say new age, I don't mean new age as in new age group or anything like that. I mean new age as a new era. This is a new time. This is a new millennium. This is a new year 2024. This is a year of production, a year what's the word I want to use, of progression is the word I want to use. This is a year of progression and a year of harvesting and a year of flourishing. This is that year. This is that everyone to get on the same page and the same accord as we all should have been in the beginning. Now, I want to say to those that are readers, that are empaths, that are what's the word I'm looking for? That are mediums, those that are in this in the psychic, um, in the psychic, in the psychic realm, or if you're in that in between, you know, the fifth and the third, I didn't really mean, I wasn't trying to be, I wasn't trying to be facetious or be um, honorary, you know, on what I was saying about mediums, because Source use everyone, and I've seen it firsthand how Source will use the demonic side too as well. Source will use readers. Source will use clairvoyant people. Source will just use any way it can. It will use animals. It will use, it will use the animal kingdom. It will use any being, whether it be card reader, whether it be a crystal reader, or whether it be what do you want to call it, a medium. I mean, the spectrum is wide. The spectrum is very, very wide. And if you ever pay attention to synchronicities and things that happen to your daily life, then you would see that that Source use everything. Everything. The only thing is that if you take the time and slow down and watch and listen, that's the only way. If you take the time and watch and listen, and then you will see that you're being used, or you're being guided to speak or say something, or be that ear that people can listen to. Now, I want to tell you, and this is how I know what I'm talking about, is because my first awakening, when I first had my awakening, I didn't know what was going on. I met someone who was a medium. She didn't introduce herself as a medium, but she let me know that she knew that I was from Atlantis. But also, she said, you have to meet my friend Kim. And these people that I met, they are mediums. And at that time, I was at a Chinese festival. But it dawned on me, because this woman was at this place selling crystals at the Chinese festival that year that I went, and I didn't expect to meet anybody, but she was there. And she said to me, you have to meet my friend Kim. And I haven't met anyone else as accurate as this woman. So this is why I say I'm not saying anyone is not right. I'm not saying anyone is not, that you shouldn't listen to these people, because Spirit will give you, these people will give you direction. They are a sign of hope, or a beacon of hope. Doesn't necessarily mean, and don't take this the wrong way. I mean, like I said, Source uses everyone and everything. And if you slow down, you will see it. It's very clear to see, because you have to look at things in synchronicity. Because that's how I had to do it. I had to look at things in synchronicity, because, let's say you see two birds flying. all of a sudden you keep walking, and next thing you see two more birds flying. And let's say these birds are cardinals, and you go somewhere else, you see two more cardinals, but you're way somewhere else, way across town somewhere else, but you see two more cardinals. Then you travel on, and you go and you go to somewhere else, and you see two more cardinals. This is the signs I'm talking about. If you just slow down and see and watch. Let's say you're watching something, and next thing you know, you're playing bees. You have a bee in your hand, or you're doing something, or you see, you're messing with life. You're messing with the bees and the butterflies and stuff like that. Okay. Let's say you're watching something, and next thing you know, it comes on and it shows you butterflies and bees. That's synchronicity. You just have to watch for the signs. So, yesterday, don't take offense to the things I said, because Source used everything and everyone. So, the moral of my story is that when I did meet this reader, Kim, and we talked, and then we sat down one day just before I was getting ready to move back to where I am now. And she said something to me that I knew couldn't be right. But when she told me about my grandmother, she told me about my friend. And my friend was in the hospital. And for 7 days during meditation, I called for him. On that 7th day, his spirit came to me. Here, a few weeks ago, I asked Source if I had been at the hospital, could I have called him back to his body? And what Spirit said to me was yes. So this woman, Kim, told me about my grandmother, that she had cancer. She also told me that my friend was there. And she made motions that she shouldn't even know. That he would do every time we would leave work. He would do these motions. He would throw his hands in certain ways and said, I got you, I got you. And she did exactly what he said. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying about mediums or card readers or anything like that. Source used everyone and everything just to get you to slow down and see. I mean, Source used the demonic realm, and that was to show me that that Source was there for me. Because I want to talk about this and how you know these demons that jump from body to body. I really want to talk about that. But I've seen this for myself, from my own eyes. How these entities will jump from body to body. They will be the same entity. So I've seen some stuff. So a lot of things I'm talking about, it doesn't have anything to, it has a lot to do with the Bible, but it has a lot to do with my spiritual experiences and what I've been through and what I've seen. So this is what I want to talk about. Don't get it conscrewed, and don't judge yet. But after this conversation with this lady, she says, well, you're just here to record. And I said, I know I'm here for more than that. They can only give you so much without interrupting what's planned for you. They can give you just enough to go on. But when you know in your heart that something is more to it than that, and we're going to get to it in a minute about it, there's more to it than that, you know. This woman told me that I was here just to watch and record. But I know it was something more than that. I know it was. So the woman I met that day at the Chinese festival that owned her own crystal store, and her friend was working with her. But I didn't see her friend there, but I later on met her. But that same woman that owned that store, which I know she's a medium, she says to me, and when someone tells you this, she says, I hope that you're on our side. When somebody tells you that, you must be a pretty powerful being. Because after visiting with Kim and speaking with Kim that Sunday, because that Monday I was packing up and I was on my way out, making my way back here. When that woman told me that same night on my way home, I had a prophetic vision that I seen. And I'm not going to speak about it because it's supposed to be in my book. But just know that what she told me gave me that edge to just keep looking and keep pushing. Because when Kim told me that I was just here to record, at that point I wanted to give up. But then before I left, and I told her that I know I'm here for more than that because I can feel it. I know it. And like I'm saying, I can feel it. You know, deep within the fiber of your being, you're here for more than just to be here, just to live and die, or you're more than here for that. You know you're here for more than just that. So, do you know who you are? Do you know why you are here? Do you know that you are here in this day, in this era, to be a black sheep? If you know what I'm talking about, push that like button. If you're here, riding with Lion, Carrion, Elder, Ancestor, push that like button. Send this message out to everybody you know. If you are a black sheep, push that like button. Push that subscribe button. Because I'm going to tell you what makes a black sheep. Knowing deep in the fiber of your being, knowing that you are here for a purpose. And you know it through and through. You know that you're a black sheep when you're picked on, when you looked at it a certain way, when people look at you as if they hate you, and you don't even know them. You know you're a black sheep when you know that there's something different about you. You know that you're a black sheep when you're alienated from your family, when you're not treated as equal. You know you're a black sheep when you're the one that's taking the most punishment than your siblings. You know you're a black sheep when your family doesn't tell you there's something different about you. You're not like all the other children, my other children. You're different. You know you're a black sheep when your distant relatives or your your family is dysfunctional, or you know, your mother and father are separated, or you you just don't connect with any of your family. So if you are a black sheep, push that like button. If you're a black sheep, subscribe. If you're a black sheep, you know when you walk into a place and you get all these funny looks and funny stares, and people just look at you. You know you're a black sheep when people walk up to you and say that your light is shining. You know you're a black sheep when you walk in a room and you're different from everyone that's there. You know you don't belong. You know you're not supposed to be there. You know you're a black sheep when you're the oddball of the entire group because you stand out like a sore thumb. You know you're a black sheep when you don't really care about what you wear or how you look or whether you got name brand or whatever. You don't care about that. You know you're a black sheep when you don't really care about money. You know you're a black sheep when you have childlike spirit or essence about yourself. You know you're a black sheep when everybody blames you. If you're riding with the carrion, Lyron, push that like button, subscribe. You're a curse breaker. You're here to break generational curses. You're here to break those chains. You're here to be an entrepreneur. You're here to stand up and be proud that you are a black sheep, that you are a curse breaker. You're here to move mountains, raise consciousness. You're a black sheep. You're an artistic person. That means drawing. That means any way of expression without using minimal words. You know you're a black sheep. When you were a child, you played by yourself. You know you're a black sheep when you were a child and you had friends. You were speaking to friends, but they were there. They were not there. Nobody else can see them. Only but you. Know you're a black sheep and that you're an outcast when people see you coming and everyone runs the other direction. These demons, if you want to call them demons, but these extraterrestrial beings, they hate your light. Just stop and look around and just slow down and see. You'll see it. You'll see that people are not who they say they are. Sorry about that, moving my camera. But you know you're a black sheep. You know that you're a black sheep when you're the teacher's favorite. Or when someone sees something very artistic and very childlike within you, you know you are a black sheep. You know you're a black sheep when there's distractions thrown in your way that the adversary is trying to get you off your path. I'm gonna let my stuff get cold, so I guess I'm gonna have to reheat it again. But you know you're a black sheep. You know you're a black sheep. And this is a kicker for you. You know you're a black sheep when you come around a bunch of spiritualists and they try to say that you are evil, that you are a Luciferian, or you are Satan, or you are something negative, because those people are trying to hide their darkness. But yet, you're pointed out. You're pointed out, and you are a black sheep. These are my experiences, because you go into these places, crystal stores. You go to some of these events, and everybody's like standoffish on you. It's because they see your light, and they know that you're a black sheep, but they make you alienated. They alienate you. You know you're a black sheep when all you want to do is heal others. You know you're a black sheep when you can't stand to see people in pain. Because you want to do something, you want to help them. You know you're a black sheep when you long to help people that you see on the street. You know you're a black sheep when you feel, and there are a lot of empaths out there, but this is a completely different feeling of seeing someone homeless and knowing that you can't do anything about it, but if you had it, you give everything. You know you're a black sheep when you take in stray animals. And that's anyone, humans, anyone that you just take in because you don't like to see people struggle. You know you're a black sheep when you help someone time and time again, and they just continuously put you in a hole. But you just can't help yourself but help. But you know that you know that they're going to do you wrong. You know that they're going to do you bad, but you still do it anyway. You know you're a black sheep when odds are stacked against you. You know you're a black sheep when there are certain groups that are trying to hold you down, or using binding, or using the mirror, using candles, or using all these different elements, calling on, all kinds of beings, your Orishas and all these other people. You know you're a black sheep. You know you're a black sheep when the adversary know that you made landfall on this earth. So if you're a black sheep, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you are a black sheep, leave a comment in the section below. I'm going to leave it here. Till next time. And I'm so grateful that you guys have subscribed and liked my videos. It helps out the channel, it helps out the algorithms. You know, I always know when I upload videos when you subscribe. And I want to thank you for subscribing and watching. I have to say I was very surprised this morning when I woke up and looked at how many viewers that I had viewed my video. So thank you. Ancestor to Carrions, Ancestor to Lions,